Take a while to
I
get
think
through
we'll get
that.
through that.
Would you please come to order? This morning, our devotional will be led by Father Richard Crowley of St. Peter's Church in Rutland.
Good afternoon. In the ancient world, the one question that was often asked is, what time is it? They were not asking, is it time for supper? Or is it time for bed? Or is it time to marry? They were asking what time they were living in. For example, the age of Aquarius, or the age of the baby boomer. In Matthew's gospel, Jesus predicts the end of the age of the second temple. They asked, when will it happen? He told them to observe the sun, the moon, and the stars. In the ancient world, this is the way they told or were able to tell what time it is. All of us, like every generation, has an expiration date. We may not want to dwell on it, but not dwelling on it can put us in a position of thinking we have all the time in the world, that what we can do today, we can put off to tomorrow, next week, or next year. St. Francis of Assisi, when he was dying and his time was up, gathered his brothers together and told them, what was mine to do, God gave me, and I did it. Now it's your turn to do what needs to be done. Today, we can use our time by wisely doing what we can do for God today, so that when it comes to our time, we can say, we did what God had given us to do, and use our time wisely before time is up.
Thank you, Father. Are there any announcements? We have an executive order to read this morning. Executive order related to the creation of the Agency of Public Safety. Please listen to the reading of the executive order.
Executive order relating to the creation of the Agency of Public Safety.
Having heard the reading of the executive order, it shall be referred to government operations. Senate bills for introduction. S10, an act related to the modifying requirements for obtaining a certificate of need, introduced by Senator Hardy. Will you please listen to the first reading of the bill?
S10, an act relating to modifying requirements for obtaining a certificate of need.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill, and it is sent to Health and Welfare. That's it. Are there any announcements? Senator from Chittenden.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pending announcements, I would move that the Senate stand in adjournment until Friday, January 17th at 11:30 a.m.
Are there any more announcements? Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30 in the pavilion, I believe with Senate Education.
Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Appropriations will meet 5 minutes after.
Senator from Rutland.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Windham.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate institutions will meet 15 minutes after the gavel.
Are there any other announcements? Senator from Essex.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Agriculture will meet tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, the senator from Chittenden has moved that we adjourn until 11:30 on Friday, January 17th. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We have adjourned till 11:30 on Friday, January 17th.